Hi, I'm Diane, one of the co-shelter managers for the dogs at Save the Animals Foundation, Cincinnati. And we are an all-volunteer organization and fairly unique because we actually have a shelter facility, whereas many rescues have to rely on the kind-heartedness of foster homes to take their dogs. So we keep about 35-ish dogs on site. Many are at home with volunteers, older dogs, sick dogs, or dogs that have just been here too long. Volunteers will take them home. But when we have a young, spunky little guy like this, he usually gets an awful lot of adoption attention, so he is at the shelter. His name is Norris. Norris is about 10 months old now. He was found at Lake Norris in Tennessee by a couple that were vacationing, and he was a stray, so they brought him back to Cincinnati with them and then looked for rescue for him. So he is recently neutered, about a month ago actually, and looking for his forever home. A very playful, very sweet, very silly puppy that is would just be a fabulous little dog to have in the house. You've got to have some energy for him though. He wants to play all the time. So Norris is an example of many of the dogs that we get brought to the shelter either as owner surrenders or we rescue them out of kill shelters, county shelters in Kentucky and Ohio. When some of these shelters reach capacity, they set a euthanasia date, and dogs are killed for space, which is heartbreaking, and we really do try to help some of these high kill shelters as much as we possibly can. So at any time, our dog numbers, they're up and down, up and down. We bring in about 135 to 150 dogs a year and adopt out about that number. Then we have a standing population of about 10 or 11 dogs that, as I mentioned before, are either older dogs, they have illnesses or separation anxiety problems, or just don't do well in a shelter setting, and volunteers will take them home. So Norris may not be available next week, we don't know. He may be available 3 weeks from now. It just depends on our adoption traffic and what sort of dog they're looking for. And we always hope that as soon as they come in, they find a home, but that doesn't always work. Norris, as well as all the other dogs we have here, get outside at least 6 times a day, and they play in the yards. This one's starting training tonight. As you can see, he needs it. They also go to daycare. We have a number of dogs going to daycare each day, to the Pet Spot, to Bow Wow, and to Red Dog, who all very graciously give us free daycare for our shelter dogs. So we try and make sure they have lots and lots of different experiences, lots of time to play, lots of time to be around different people, not just volunteers, and give them a well-rounded experience before they're adopted.